times are strange. Here I come, but I ain't the same.
Hey, how y'all doing? Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Cooper Outdoors. My name's Matt Cooper. Today I wanted to take the opportunity to show you what you can do if you get caught in the rain out here. We're going to be going over how you can throw up a shelter and how you can get you a fire started in some damp, rainy conditions. Okay? So if y'all give us just a minute, we'll get started. What we're going to do is we're just going to take this tarp and we're going to roll it out. Okay? And I would also like to bring up another good idea that I found. Is when you roll this tarp up, you got you some pre-cut lengths, you know, that you're normally going to have when you set this tarp up, okay? If you'll take that string and when you roll this tarp up, just tie them on the outside of it, you know, this will save you some time because all you have to do is just slip it right off the end of it, and you've already got your string pre-measured out, and it makes it a whole lot easier about getting it set up, okay? Unfortunately, right now we can't find 4 trees that's real close together to get this tarp set up, okay? So I'm going to show you another way that we use to get this thing set up, okay? Basically, you're just going to grab the end of this tarp right here, and you're going to thread this right here through this eye, okay? Thread it in and out of these eyelets right here on this tarp, okay? You're going to do this all the way down the end of your tarp, okay? Okay, now once you get it down here on the end, what you can do is you can run this back through, okay, run it back through another time right here on the end, and that way you can pull it good and tight, okay, just like this. And then you're going to take it and you're going to wrap it around this tree a couple of times. And then with this other piece of rope that you got tied onto your eyelet, you're just going to come up here and make you a little old knot of whatever kind of knot you want that you know real quick. Okay? As you can see, we've got our tarp pretty stretched across here pretty tight. Okay? What we did before we left the house, and I also like to bring up, this will save you a lot of time, so if you need to get up here and get it set up in a hurry, you're not spending a lot of time doing so. Okay, and what we did is we took some rope right here, just enough to make us a great old big loop. Okay, now we gotta make some makeshift tent stakes. Basically what I did was I just went and found me a little sapling, cut me a long piece off of it, made me a tent stake. But what you can do is you can stick it in here and twist this 1 to 2 times and then run it back through itself again. Okay, so now that's pretty secure. And we're just going to run this out here on a 45-degree angle from the corner of this tarp, and then we're going to put this stake right in the ground on a 45-degree angle as well. Okay, like I said, that's going to hold us pretty tight. And you're just going to do the same thing to the other side over here. Okay, y'all, as you can see, it's pretty simple to put up. And believe it or not, it's pretty sufficient about keeping the rain off of it. Okay, now that we got our shelter set up, next thing we're going to do is we're going to try working on a fire to get started. And like I said, you know, when you're gathering up the wood, you're pretty much just going to look for some old down trees or something like that. Some type of wood that's been up off the ground and it ain't been saturated by the ground moisture. Okay, and right here we found a piece. What we're going to do is we're going to take our saw, our fold-up saw here. Okay, and we're just going to saw us a few pieces off here. Okay, and as you can see in here, it's still pretty dry. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to cut a few more pieces of this off here, and we'll take it back and we'll show you how to get this fire started. Next thing you want to do is you just want to scratch out all the dead stuff and try to get down to the bare ground as as much as possible. Okay. Now, we took our saw and we cut us up some little logs here. Next thing we want to do is we want to try to get on the inside of this drier wood. Okay. Now, if you got a hatchet, that's fine, but I found that it's easier using a method they call batoning. Okay, and I just want to mention before you do this, you want to make sure you have a full tang knife for this method. Okay, and what that is it means the blade and the handle is pretty much all one piece. Okay, as you can see right here. Okay, what you want to do is you want to put this stick of firewood up here just like this, and you want to put your blade right in the middle of this stick of firewood. Now, get you another piece of firewood, and you're going to peck just on the blade part. Okay, and what this is going to do for us is it's going to expose the drier inside of this wood. Okay. Okay, like I said, all it does is it's just a method to split the wood and get in on the drier side. Now, in the case that you can't find any kind of dry kindling or anything like that, what we'll do is we'll just get into our little kit here and we'll get some of these tongue depressors, okay? And we're just going to break them in half. Okay. They're pretty easy to come apart. Next thing we're going to take out of our fire kit is going to be these little petroleum jelly saturated cotton balls. Basically, we're just going to pull it apart. Okay. Now, before you get your tinder out, you want to make sure that you got all your materials that you're going to need. Okay. Ready, available. So we'll just set this down here where we're going to get our fire started. And then we'll take our fire steel. We'll get that going. Now we're just going to take some of these tongue depressors. Like I said, we don't want to smother it. We just want them to catch good. I'm just going to take some of our bigger pieces and put on here. Like I said, we don't want to smother it, but we don't want to. Simple as that right there. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed today's episode of Cooper Outdoors. I just want to take the opportunity to go over with you some things that you can do if you get caught in the rain out here, okay? And I do appreciate y'all for tuning in and watching these videos. We'll catch you on the next one.